UK Network Radio. This week's show is a journey into consciousness, working through the wonderful trance mediumship of Mick and Sylvie Avery, with wisdom brought through by spirit guide Gregory Haye. To find out more about their work, you can visit www.spirit-teaching.com. Welcome to the show, Gregory.
Thank you, Ian.
It's nice to have you here again. It's always a pleasure.
Lovely. Thank you, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. What I thought I'd do on today's show, Gregory, was continue on from where we left off on the last show, where we were talking about the UFO cover-up and also disclosure as well. So just to give our listeners a feel, what I was talking about last time was that there was an announcement from Buzz Aldrin, who mentioned that basically he quoted that we should go boldly where man has not gone before, fly by the comets, visit asteroids, visit the moon of Mars. There's a monolith there, a very unusual structure on this little potato-shaped object that goes around Mars once in 7 hours. When people find out about that, they're going to say, who put that there? Well, the universe put it there, and if you choose, God put it there. So I guess the question is, you said that you agreed that there was monoliths on this moon, and you also mentioned that there was monoliths also on Titan. Is that correct?
My dear friend, no, what I actually said, dear friend, was that there was an orbiting moon.
An orbiting moon?
Yes, around Titan, which in fact is a craft.
Oh, okay, that's even more interesting. Wow.
It is actually a hollow orb, you understand? And it is very large. It's the size of approximately in diameter to do with about an eighth the size of Titan itself.
Okay. So who put that there?
Well, it was built.
It was built? Is it manned now?
No.
It's not manned now?
No.
So what purpose does it have there?
Well, my dear friend, it was I understand that it was actually a craft which was used for survey work.
Okay. So by a civilization that was based on Earth or from somewhere else? No, from elsewhere completely differently, yeah.
Oh, okay. And it actually has a very certain shape as well.
So it's like a man-made moon, really?
Yes, and if you look at it, dear friend, it actually has what appears to be two halves. It's like you can actually see the seam.
So what was it used for?
Well, it was, I understand, used to explore different apparatus, different places within the current physical universe of which you are a part.
Can you go into detail about the race that actually constructed it and used it?
Not really. Not at this time.
Not really. Are they still around?
No, I don't believe so. No, it's a past event, you see.
Yes. Okay. Just leading on from that, there's obviously the UFO field. It can be very murky on the internet. There seems to be a lot of disinformation, misinformation, yes, and also a lot of truth as well. And there's some special interest groups that don't want this out, so therefore they probably post a lot of disinformation around to try and muddy the waters.
That is very true.
So there are some people that are classed themselves as whistleblowers, and they're people that either worked in the military, NASA, or even secret kind of government projects. And some of them claim that there's bases on Mars or even bases on the moon. I mean, do you go along with that? Or is that something you can't go into?
Well, it depends, dear friend. Bases by whom or for what?
Or bases that humans may have even travelled to?
Well, my dear friend, to begin with, human beings have not as yet, as far as I am aware, ever managed to manipulate themselves or their organisms into being able to cope with the vast expanses and desolations of the planet of Mars itself. Mars has been uninhabitable for a very long time.
Okay.
As far as human beings are concerned, within the present generation. I'm saying this, however, that of course human beings have been through 3 cycles of events. The last cycle of events happened over a period of approximately 2.3 million years.
Are there any bases on Mars? Is there any structures on Mars that are not rock or organic?
Yes. The problem, my dear friend, that human beings have at this present time is that there have been pictures and that kind of thing of so say, structures which were supposed to have been or purported to have been built upon the planet of Mars, which actually look as though they are similar to some human physical structures as have been made upon the Earth. The point to remember is that some of these, in fact most of these, are actually taken out of context manipulations to do with the actual fabric. Part of this is this disinformation situation. You have to understand that this works both ways and in many different directions. So there are many people who wish to aggregate the disinformation to make it so that human beings on your side of life wishing for freedom of speech and information are actually fed ruses, fed different placebos in order for them to hatch completely the wrong dialects of and interpretations of what are actually taking place.
There's been photos of monuments that look like the pyramids on Mars, and also a very famous looking face that looks humanoid.
Yes, I know that. But actually that's just seen from one particular angle, and in actual fact the actual face itself is supposed to be no more than 1.5 centimeters long.
So there's no moon, there's no pyramids on Mars then?
I have not as yet seen one, not one, even through all of the dust that exists there.
Okay.
The horrendous storms that also perpetuate that particular planet, as well as the quite gross magnetic and manipulations of the whole gravitational field upon Mars as well, which appears to be creating even more havoc because it's not continuous. It fluctuates so much that enables that you have debris that at one point is stable suddenly becomes fluid, as though it is just moving around the planet. It's extremely a volatile place for anyone to settle on, yet alone those of human destiny. I would have to say that they would have to be extremely well prepared for such a mission. And it seems at this present time such an abhorrent waste of money to actually move through that kind of situation when in fact there is a whole planet of Earth so beautiful and in need of restoration of the gem she is.
I mean, I think the same school of thought are the same people that are saying there's monuments on Mars are also saying that there's monuments on the moon as well, on the far side of the moon. And there seems to be a lot of people, or testimony, should I say, suggesting that when they went to the moon, that they were being watched, and the astronauts actually had UFO encounters.
Yes, I understand that. And in actual fact, my dear friend, that's a truth. That is not just a giveaway or whatever. Yes, it's in actual fact, friend, that if you look at the pictures which were taken from the various different vehicles that they have been travelling in, that there are many pictures indeed of very many different kinds of vessels. Some, I believe, are more than 5 miles across.
Yeah. So, I mean, is it something that you can go into to describe who these beings are? I mean, are these friendly?
Well, some are, yes. I cannot say that all are. The thing is that for human beings, you have to be so very careful of what you interact with. And in many respects, my dear friend, in whom you encourage to come be with you, to enjoy your own energy in that way. For there have been many such encounters whereby